We will now have the salutatory address delivered by Ms. Reiki Hingorani.
I'd like to start this speech off with thanking those instrumentals in my life because Lord knows I can be difficult sometimes. Mom and Dad have always taught me to give 100% effort in everything I do, and that life is more than grades or money or achievements. Savia, though you terrorized me since infancy, you've been the biggest role model in my life, and I always brag about how smart and talented my big sister is. And finally, most importantly, to my grandmother, who came here all the way from India. I am so extremely grateful to have grown up with your unconditional love and support. I would like to give an honorary thanks to Ryan Tan, Samia Nagazi, Jake Villarreal, Gabriella Williams, and Zach Parrish. Thank you guys. All right, now that sappy stuff is out of the way, good evening, class of 2022. For the last 4 years, our lives have been non-stop races. Between turning in assignments, taking tests, college apps, and extracurriculars, we haven't had the time to just take a breath. Well, here is that opportunity. In case you haven't heard it yet today, congratulations. No, but seriously, you're done. I don't care what rank you were, or what sports you played, or how many musicals you starred in. Each and every one of you is going to cross that stage and get the same exact diploma. And if no one has said it yet, I'm proud of you. High school was difficult. The classes were hard, getting up in the morning was hard, making friends was hard. Some of us were lucky enough to have friends since elementary school. Some of us made our friends later on in high school. And some of us had to build our friends. Looking at you, robotics. And with all of that, we somehow had to navigate these social dynamics while balancing rigorous course load, little sleep, and the awful traffic in the parking lot during lunch. Looking at all of the faces in the audience, each one of us has had vastly different high school experiences. For some, high school was a means to an end to get that diploma. For others, I'm sure you're already mapping out a big on the back tattoo. Regardless, these past 4 years have been replete with highs and lows, and just some regular average days. However, the biggest takeaway for me was the lessons I've learned from all my failures. And there were a lot of them. As I near the end of the speech, I'd like to share possibly the biggest lesson I've learned in high school. The world is not always a nice place. I spent 4 years obsessed with becoming everyone's perfect version of myself, and ladies and gentlemen, it is exhausting. You can't earn someone's respect. They have to give it to you. My piece of advice for you all is to forget the world. Quit trying to meet other people's expectations of you and start prioritizing yourself. If your dream is to hop on the nearest flight and go to a remote island, do it. If your dream is to break the streak of doctors in your family and major in English because that was the one class you actually enjoyed, do it. If your dream is to take out ungodly amounts of money just to get that PhD in the field that has interested you since you were a little kid, do it. Every moment of your life is filled with choices, and you only get to make these choices once. Enjoy every single thing that you do and make sure that you're doing it for you. As you walk up that stage with that new diploma in your hand, first and foremost, try not to trip. And once you achieve that, reevaluate your life. As cheesy as it sounds, this is the beginning. You can be whoever you want to be, doing whatever you want to do, living wherever you want to be. Class of 2022, if you're making people mad, you're probably doing something right. Live your life in a way that turns heads. Live your life in a way that breaks stereotypes and norms. But most importantly, live your life in a way that would make the person right now sitting in this audience incredibly proud. Wylie High School, class of 2022, thank you for everything, and take the world by storm.